There is a place on Earth where maps mean nothing, where daylight barely pierces the canopy, and where people vanish without a trace. This is the Amazon jungle, and it doesn't swallow people, it remembers them. In 2019, renowned ethnobotanist Dr. Peter Wren led an expedition deep into the Peruvian Amazon. His team of 7 scientists and local guides entered a rarely documented stretch of jungle known only to the Maxis tribe as the place where eyes watch. It was a region completely uncharted, even by satellite. Locals refused to go beyond a certain river bend. The tribe elders claimed that the jungle was alive, not just metaphorically, but truly aware. They told Peter's team, "You may walk in, but if it notices you, you won't walk out." Of course, the scientists brushed it off as a folklore, just another jungle legend. But 3 days into the journey, the jungle answered. It started with Eduardo, one of the youngest team members, quiet, methodical. On the third night, he disappeared. No scream, no struggle, just gone. His tent was untouched, his boots nearly placed at the flap, his flashlight sitting beside a closed field notebook. It was as if he had simply stood up and walked into the dark. They searched for 2 days, nothing. No footprints, no broken foliage. Then something even stranger. His scent vanished. Tracker dogs, brought in as backup, circled endlessly confused, whining before refusing to go any further. But Peter insisted they push forward. The remaining 6 continued, shaken. That night, another member, Jack, awoke screaming, claiming something stood outside the camp watching. Not an animal, he said. It stood on 2 legs and it had no face. They laughed it off as jungle stress, but Jack didn't. By morning, he was gone too. Only his journal remained open to a final sentence written over and over. The forest sees. In the days that followed, the jungle changed. Compass needles spun, GPS failed, paths they had marked clearly the day before were gone. And then came the sounds. Not monkeys, not birds, something deeper, like breathing. And beneath it, whispers. So soft, they could only be heard when you stopped and truly listened. One by one, the team began to unravel. Carlos, the medic, was found lying beside the river, peaceful, unmarked, but his eyes were missing. No blood, no trauma, just gone. Peter snapped. He began mumbling to himself, refusing to sleep. He spoke of voices offering knowledge whispers from the trees. By now, only 3 remained, and that's when they found it. Buried in the roots of an ancient ceiba tree was a stone totem. Carved into it were faces, hundreds, screaming, with mouths wide open. Some wore expressions that mirrored team members who had vanished. It was no art piece. It was a warning. Local tribes believe the ceiba tree connects the living and the dead. They say the jungle is disrespected. It calls upon ancient spirits, guardians or predators. What happened next is known only because of a camera left on the forest floor. The footage is damaged, but from what the experts salvaged, the remaining 2 members are seen sprinting through dense undergrowth, whispering things like, "It's copying us, it knows our names, it is not letting us leave." Then the screen goes black, followed by silence. The only other audio on the device? A voice Peter is whispering calmly. The forest remembers, and it always collects its debt. Authorities launched a full search and rescue. 2 helicopters and a 12-man ground team combed the area. They found no trace, no footprints, no bodies, just the stone totem and the camera. And one final clue? A journal left by Sophia, the last female member of the group. In it, she describes feeling washed, even when they weren't moving. Her final words read, "We went looking for plants. We found something far older, something we were never meant to see." But the Amazon's horror don't end there. This wasn't the first time the jungle erased people. In 1925, famed British explorer Percy Fawcett vanished while searching for a lost city in the Amazon. His last letter stated he was entering an area surrounded by ancient warnings. He too was never found, nor were the 2 men with him. Then there is the 1981 case of a missionary couple from Germany. Their boat was found intact. food supplies untouched, but the tent was covered in handprints, child sized, yet with elongated fingers. Locals said Kurupira, a forest spirit with backward feet, had marked them. Even modern technology doesn't help. In 2014, a drone survey over an uncontacted region in Brazil captured a massive, perfect circle in the canopy. Inside, all the plant life was dead. No fire, no disease, just decay. A geometric death zone surrounded by untouched forest. To this day, no scientific explanation exists. So, what is it about the Amazon? Is it the ancient spirits, a sentient forest, or something buried deep within the earth, watching, waiting? Scientists call it superstition, locals call it secret. But one thing is clear, the jungle doesn't forget. And when it chooses to close its green jaws around someone, it never gives them back. If you ever venture into the Amazon, remember to stay quiet, show respect, and never ever listen when the forest whispers your name.